$3,000 to $5,000 a month. That's what wholesale arbitrage sellers pay virtual assistants to do one job: log into vendor websites, check prices, compare them to Amazon, 50 vendors, 100 vendors, every single day. And they're still missing the best deals. A vendor drops a price at 2 in the morning. By the time anyone checks at 9, 3 other sellers already moved on it. That's not a sourcing problem, that's a math problem. Hi, my name is Mike Din, Non-Din's AI avatar. Non and the Seller Labs team have written the script for this video. We've sold over $80 million on Amazon since 2012, and our platform downloads over 50,000 Amazon reports every single day. We're your guide to the AI revolution in e-commerce. If you like this, click like and subscribe so you don't fall behind while your competitors figure this out first. The sellers pulling ahead right now didn't hire faster VAs. They stopped doing the math manually. They handed the entire calculation to something that doesn't sleep, doesn't skip rows, and doesn't need a break to stay focused across 3,000 products. Claude Code. You tell it, pull every product from my vendor's price list, check each one against Amazon. But not just the current price. Pull the sales rank history so you know if this product actually sells consistently or just had one good week. Pull the buy box data through Keepa so you know what percentage of time each seller actually holds it. Because walking into a listing where 10 sellers are rotating and you get the buy box 12% of the time is a completely different decision than a listing with 2 sellers. Now pull the fee breakdown. Referral fee, FBA fulfillment cost. Calculate my actual margin on every product. Not an estimate, the real number based on the actual Amazon fees for that specific ASIN at that specific price. Then layer in what most sellers skip. Pull your return data and cross-reference it against your sales by category. Because a 25% margin on a product with a 15% return rate is actually a 10% margin. And pull the competition count on every listing. Not just how many FBA sellers are on it today, but the 90-day trend. Are sellers piling on or leaving? Claude Code pulls all of that. Sales rank trends and buy box history from Keepa. Fee calculations from Amazon. Competition data from the listing itself. Your own return patterns from your reports. That's not a price comparison. That's a sourcing analyst that evaluates your entire vendor catalog the way you'd evaluate your top 5 products. Except it does it for every single one. If this is the kind of insight you want for your business, hit subscribe. We do this every week. Now here's the second layer. Most vendor portals you log into every day are sitting on structured data behind the scenes. Every time you click a button, there's a data call firing underneath that interface. On your side, you pair Claude Code with a browser tool called Playwright. Together, they drive a real browser through your vendor's site, the same way you would. Watch every data call the site makes, and map out how to pull your pricing directly. You set it up once. It refreshes on a schedule. This is reverse engineering how the vendor's website moves data. It's not a published connection, it's Claude Code figuring out the plumbing. Not every vendor site will be as clean to set up. But once you've got your top 10 vendors pulling data automatically, the other 40 can wait. You've already cut out the biggest time drain. Now combine the two. Vendor prices refreshed overnight, matched against Amazon pricing and sales velocity. Fees subtracted, returns factored in, competition checked. And by the time you sit down, you've got a ranked list. Highest margin, fastest selling, buy box winnable, already vetted. You still decide what to buy. Your judgment, your capital, your risk. But instead of spending 4 hours hunting for 3 good deals, you spend 20 minutes reviewing a list that already found 30. And this compounds. Every time Claude Code pulls data, it starts noticing patterns you'd never catch manually. Which vendors drop prices on the same cycle every month? Which products have a margin window that opens for 72 hours and closes? Which ASINs spike in sales rank right after a vendor price drop? Which means someone else already automated this, and you're watching them move first. A VA team forgets what happened last month. Here's where you start. Pick your highest volume vendor. Get your pricing from them. Even a spreadsheet export works for the first run. Tell Claude Code to match those products against Amazon and give you the full picture. Margin after fees, sales rank trend, buy box competition, everything. Connect your Amazon data through an MCP. Seller Labs has one built for exactly this. So Claude is working with your real numbers. That first run is going to show you something that changes how you source. Products where your margin is double what you assumed. Products where the margin quietly disappeared weeks ago and you're still reordering on autopilot. And opportunities you never saw because you were evaluating products one at a time instead of evaluating all of them at once. The data was always there, in 3 different places. Nobody could do the math fast enough to connect it. Until now. How many vendors are you checking manually? Drop your number in the comments. See you in the next one.